сколько? 6 раз, да? I'm Robert Scott, president of Adelphi University. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, administration, and student body, welcome. We are here to celebrate Adelphi's 117th commencement and the first day in the many new lives that will commence today, the class of 2013. Please remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by Rabbi Barry Dov Schwartz. Then please continue to stand for the singing of the national anthem, specially arranged and orchestrated by our own Christopher Linden G., and sung by a quartet of music majors, Jasmine Mendoza, Kelly Miller, Natalie Simpson, and Elizabeth Tash. They will be accompanied by the Adelphi University Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Professor Linden G. You are all encouraged to join in the singing. Rabbi Schwartz.
Superstorm Sandy, devastation. Sandy Hook, Newtown, carnage. Boston Marathon, a potential massacre. What do all these horrendous events have in common? Fear, mass confusion, terrifying pictures, deep sadness for the victims, deep sympathy for our loved ones. But what strikes me in all these horrors was this display of extraordinary goodness, the pure generosity of spirit, love for strangers, concern for others above oneself. Indeed, total selflessness of so many during and in the aftermath of such terrors. We witnessed this during the hurricane, neighbors reaching out to neighbors, endless stories of bravery in the face of relentless high winds and vicious waters, damaging our homes, our rooftops, our basements, our psyches. Strangers, we were all together, united at this time, all one. And we witnessed the same phenomenon during the marathon, if I may say, in my hometown of Boston. There's the story of runners crossing the finish line and continuing straight on to Mass General Hospital to donate blood. There were the Bostonians who offered their homes, their couches, their extra rooms to victims and relatives. The story of so many who jumped into the fray and started lifting victims off the street, applying tourniquets, and calming those who were in shock. Even the New York Yankees, who hung a banner saying, "United we stand," with their logo alongside their arch-rival team, the Boston Red Sox. Now, is there anything we can learn from these harrowing experiences? One of the lessons, dear graduates, we are not ever in total control. Anything can happen, anytime, any place. But we also learn that what we can be in control over is how we respond to the challenges that come our way. My blessings are extended to all of you here today, graduates, family, friends, and our esteemed faculty and administration. No matter what comes our way, may we all experience the goodness of people and the sweetness of life. Dear graduates, grow in wisdom and knowledge and go from strength to strength with the blessings of the Almighty. Amen.
Thank you, Jasmine, Kelly, Natalie, and Elizabeth. Another big round of applause. What a beautiful rendition. And thank you, Rabbi Schwartz. Please be seated. I would like to acknowledge some of the people who are here this morning with the members of the Board of Trustees. Please stand and be recognized, colleagues. Please also acknowledge Shelley Kleiman, co-chair of the Alumni Advisory Council, and Maddie Dresner, president of the Student Government Association. Note the greetings from the Alumni Council and the Student Government Association in your booklet, along with that of the Mayor of Garden City, the Honorable John Watrous. Please also acknowledge Dr. Jack Sotorakis, Senior Vice President and Medical Director of St. Francis Hospital. Jack? Hey. Adelphi and St. Francis together created an MBA program to help physicians learn the business side of healthcare and to promote a better understanding of how healthcare and businesses can work together in the successful operation of a hospital or a physician's practice. Dr. Sotorakis will join us later on the stage to personally congratulate the first cohort of the physicians who have completed this MBA program. Many of this year's graduates are members of prestigious honor societies due to their achievements in academics and leadership, and others have studied abroad. Many of these students are wearing on their gowns the distinctive cords of their respective honor societies or the scarves representing the countries where they studied. Would all Honor Society members and those who have studied in other countries please stand and be acknowledged? Well done. I also would like to acknowledge the Executive Board of the Parents Association: Raymond Webb, President; Salvatore Viola, Vice President; Jay Dubin, Vice President and Treasurer; Cindy Philbin, Secretary. Please, thank you. The Parents Association does great work. So let's give a big round of applause for those parents whose work benefits all of Adelphi's students. Yours, parents! I also would like to acknowledge the Faculty Excellence Award winners. The Teaching Excellence Award for tenured faculty, Professor Sean Bentley, Department of Physics, College of Arts and Sciences. Sean. The Teaching Excellence Award, tenure track faculty, Stephanie Lake, Department of Anthropology and Sociology, College of Arts and Sciences. The Teaching Excellence Award for adjunct faculty, Mark Fogel, the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business. And the Faculty Award for Excellence in Scholarship and Creative Work, Michael O'Loughlin, Ruth S. Ammons School of Education. I now call to the podium the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Robert B. Willemstad, to bring greetings.
Thank you, Dr. Scott. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm delighted to offer greetings to the parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends of the graduating class of 2013. We are thrilled to congratulate each and every one of you here today who's earned a degree from Adelphi. Your years of hard work and dedication to your studies have led you to this commencement day. You now join an alumni network of over 100,000 leaders in the arts, sciences, business, education, social work, psychology, and nursing, whose accomplishments and contributions to society have changed and will change the world. Today we have 4 remarkable honorees who have made their mark in the world and who will serve as great role models for our graduates. The board would like to extend its thanks to the many parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends who've supported and encouraged our students. Many of them would not be here today without your help. It's nice to see the parents applaud themselves. Since 2005, I've been privileged to serve as a member of the Board of Trustees. I can state without a doubt, now is the most exciting time in the almost 120-year history of this institution. The reputation of the university and the value of your degree will continue to be enhanced by the efforts of those who graduated before you. And those who come before you continue to achieve, the board, faculty, and staff of Adelphi count on you to do the same. This may be the completion of your term as students, but it is the beginning of a new relationship with Adelphi as alumni, as well as the beginning of a career for many of you. My fellow trustees and I express the strong hope that you will maintain a continuing relationship with your alma mater in the years ahead. We wish you good success and good fortune, and we congratulate you on your achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Willemstad. And now I call upon our Provost, Dr. Gail Insler.
Thank you, Mr. President. It is said that the faculty is the heart and soul of any university. As the custodians of our academic traditions and creators of new knowledge, the Adelphi faculty are at the core of our efforts to foster learning and imagination. Through them, the intellectual powers of our students are developed. Bringing greetings from the faculty is Devin Thornburg, Professor, Ruth S. Ammon School of Education, and Chair of the Faculty Senate.
Greetings to all assembled, and I know the day is a wonderful memory for each and every one of you. I have the daunting task of representing the faculty in these proceedings, and I will try to do so with, in particular, some reflection on what I believe the vast majority of my faculty colleagues might want to convey to the graduating class of 2013. At the risk of sounding like a late-night talk show host, here are my top 10 wish lists for those lessons I hope you will take from your education at Adelphi. Number 1, continue to read. It will allow you to reflect who you are and the world. Writing helps to crystallize those reflections. Read a second language. Learn a second language. Number 2, technology may be dazzling in its development. In the age of social media, we want to remind you that nothing replaces a face-to-face encounter. Number 3, travel as much as you can. If you haven't, do so. Be a learner when you do. Don't expect to find what you know and what you regularly experience everywhere that you go. Number 4, engage the arts. They require different forms of apprehension, of reflection. They will stretch you and make you aware of the imaginary and sensory world. Number 5, read about and be a consumer of science. While you may never be a scientist, the growth, progress, and debates about the sciences will have increasing importance in our daily lives. Number 6, learn about and respect the importance of history, of societies, of technology, of your own lives. Too many arrogant mistakes have been made over the centuries when ignoring history. Reflect on the ethics, beliefs, needs, and motives that have guided your own life, your family, institutions. Number 7, know and grapple with the dynamics and structures of social forces, social change, and how learning itself is a social process, not an individual one. The last 3 are the most important to me. There will be a quiz on them, so take notes. Number 8, learning is much more than a score on a test, an exam, a series of quantifiable measures. Don't settle for arguing with those who embrace a corporate view of education. Learning is a process, and many choose to forget that. In your life, remember that. Number 9, differences matter. Differences in race, gender, ethnicity, economic and social and religious and sexual preference and age and physical and intellectual learning abilities all matter. Don't settle for arguing that you are blind to those differences in life. Arguing that we are all the same. By the uniquenesses of others, we have much to learn from others who differ from ourselves. Within those differences, all of us have the equality of human rights. Number 10, never confuse a desire for power that you may seek and use over others, which may be limited, small, and ultimately symbolic, with the power of ideas and the truths that they embody. The first is hegemonic, corrupt, destructive, and obscures the more important values in life. The second, the power of ideas and the related truths give you the most important power in life of all. So now, I've given you my top 10 list. I must remind myself and all who are assembled that the relationships among us are what we celebrate today. Learning and growth come from these relationships. Every day I am empowered by them, enlivened by them, and today I give you a representative sample of how each of my faculty colleagues and friends may think about them. I will name groups and hope the individuals in each know how much they mean to me. I congratulate the seniors in the education programs at Adelphi, the Scholar Teacher Education Program, known as STEP, graduate teacher education, physical education, health, speech, art, and music. Those of you who have taught and I've known over the years, part of me goes with you today. Teach and learn well. Those in the Honors College who are graduating, and I've had the honor of teaching and mentoring, including 2 who have created dazzling theses this year, I wish you the very best. To those in the Arts and Human Rights course this semester who are graduating, may the Western Saharans achieve their independence in 2013 and be a symbol for the rest of the world. And finally, to the seniors of the Livermore Global Scholars, you represent the liberal arts, education, psychology, social work, nursing, and business, and you have my heart. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Thornburg. I now ask the Adelphi University faculty to stand and be recognized by the class of 2013. While the search for truth may be an underlying reason for the existence of a university, it is to engage the minds of students in that search that constitutes its true purpose. It is through the minds and powers of students that a university fulfills its mission. The university exists for students and establishes its worth only by doing justice to students' intellect. The special awards for academic distinction printed in your commencement booklets amply illustrate the achievements of many of our students. As representative of these students, I am pleased to call Ari Shakin, graduating with a Bachelor of Business Administration and President of the Class of 2013, to give greetings.
Good morning, President Scott, trustees, faculty, administration, distinguished guests, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2013. I would like to welcome you to a morning of celebration. No matter the amount of time you have spent at Adelphi, today is a day where we reward ourselves for the hard work we have put in over the years. When I look out at this audience, I see faces from many different places. But today, we stand as one as we begin our journey after Adelphi. As I stand here with this hourglass in my hand, I have figured out its true meaning on such an important day. My initial thought was that this glass represented simply a timer until I was done at Adelphi. It counted down the time until facing the real world. As our final semester has come to a close, this small object has grown to have more meaning, not only to me, but to perhaps all of us. This hourglass represents a combination of our experiences at Adelphi. The first day of freshman year, we all came pouring in from different towns and schools, of different ethnicities and religions, and with different passions and interests. Our time together at Adelphi is represented by the slim middle part of the glass. It didn't matter who we were or where we came from, but Adelphi is the commonality we all share. After today, we will all disperse in many different directions. Some of us will become doctors or nurses, some business people, some teachers, some lawyers, and countless other careers. But no matter where we go in life, we will all have the common bond of being part of the graduating class of 2013 from Adelphi University. I realize that every individual graduating today has had a different experience than the next person. Although each person's experience may differ, I believe that most of us have learned many things from our now alma mater that we can take with us through the rest of our lives. Take a second and think about the greatest lesson Adelphi has taught you while I tell you mine. I've learned quite a few things in the classroom. I learned about the arguments of everyday life with Professor Maddock. I learned how to use Photoshop to increase my skills in marketing by taking digital art with Professor Kamal. And after taking life in the financial markets with Professor Driscoll, I learned at the age of 21, it's already time to start planning for my retirement. But above all, Adelphi has taught me that sometimes things may not go your way. But if you fight through adversity and you are determined, you will always get a second chance. Even though I experienced setbacks, I always learned from them and would not let them define me. I kept on plugging, and I fulfilled my goal of representing the senior class today. I would like to thank Adelphi for teaching me something I will remember for the rest of my life. Acknowledging that the word commencement means beginning, I feel it is only right to turn the hourglass over and let the sand start pouring yet again. Thank you for your time, and congratulations. At this time, I would like to express my gratitude to the Executive Board of the Class of 2013, Janae Cummings, Anthony Passarella, and Giancarlo Clancy for their tremendous efforts and devotion throughout the year, and invite them to join me at the podium. Last year, the class of 2012 achieved one of Adelphi's highest participation rate for senior giving. But the class of 2013 has exceeded that milestone and achieved the best numbers in the history of the Senior Legacy Campaign at Adelphi. To date, 300 of you have contributed to the Senior Legacy Campaign, raising $6,000. We are proud to present this year's senior class gift, a contribution to the annual fund. The annual fund supports everything from student scholarships and academic programming to maintaining our buildings and grounds and keeping the lights turned on around campus. It's our way of leaving our legacy behind and a vote of confidence and encouragement to the next generation of Adelphi students. Thank you guys for your time.
Now, representing the graduate students, I am pleased to call Angelica Cintron, who has earned an MBA and an advanced certificate in human resource management from the Robert B. Willenstad School of Business to give greetings. Angela?
Good morning, President Scott, members of the faculty, parents, guests, and fellow graduates. When I was invited to be the graduate student representative, I felt both honored and terrified at the thought of standing before you today. Whenever anyone asked me if I was feeling nervous about giving this speech, I jokingly replied that I would probably walk up to the podium, look out at the crowd, and immediately pass out. A friend and fellow graduate assured me that if I did happen to make a fool of myself up here, he would capture the moment on video, upload it to YouTube, and make me the next internet sensation. I know you're all hoping to hear me share profound words of wisdom, or, at the very least, give an entertaining speech about my experiences here at Adelphi. I've spent hours upon hours agonizing over choosing just the right words to say. And when that didn't work, I sought help from those I turned to for guidance. The best piece of advice I got was from a former and favorite professor of mine, Dr. David Prodis. He told me to tell my own story in my own words. My story would begin like this. Going to Adelphi was the best choice I never made. I know that sounds a bit strange, but it's true. You see, I was adamant about going as far away from Long Island as possible. My parents, however, were determined to keep me close to home. I guess you can see who won that fight. My plan was to come to school, keep my head down, get my degree, and leave. Fortunately for me, life doesn't always go as planned. I ended up spending more time on campus than I did anywhere else. From 8 a.m. classes and campus events to fraternity meetings and late-night study groups, my life revolved around Adelphi. Entering my senior year of undergraduate studies, I found myself having to answer a difficult question. I had run into severe financial problems and had to decide, do I stay or do I go? In the end, I chose to drop out. It was the hardest decision I ever had to make because I had come to love Adelphi so much. I remember sitting in my advisor's office in tears, telling him I was planning to withdraw from Adelphi. After I finished speaking, he looked me dead in the eye and told me he would not quit on me and he would not let me quit on myself. I then watched as he picked up the phone and started dialing. Within moments, I had a team of people on my side. My advisor, Dr. Dennis Payette, Assistant Dean from the School of Business, Brian Rothschild, the employees at the Adelphi's Office of Student Financial Services, people I did not know went out of their way to help me. If it weren't for them, if it weren't for Adelphi's inherent willingness to fight for its students, I would not have graduated with my bachelor's degree, gone on to pursue my MBA, or be where I am today. All I can say is thank you. Because of Adelphi, I had the privilege to meet good people, make great friends, and build strong relationships that I hope will span my lifetime. I completed the MBA program back in December and have since been working full-time. Having been out in the real world for the past few months, I'm going to let you in on something I've learned. Work is hard. You are going to make mistakes. You may even fail at one thing or another. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we need to screw up. Sometimes we need to fall flat on our faces. Why? Because if we aren't failing, we aren't trying. Don't let yourself get caught up in the details, and don't let your mistakes keep you down. Embrace your failures, turn them into learning opportunities, and most importantly, take life as it comes. When all is said and done, you may not know where you'll end up, but at least you'll enjoy the ride. Congratulations, class of 2013.
Thank you, Angelica. To preside over the awarding of honorary degrees, I present the President of Adelphi University, Dr. Robert A. Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the tradition of the Academy, It is customary to accompany a graduation ceremony with the awarding of honorary degrees to individuals of striking accomplishments. The Adelphi Board of Trustees bestows such special honors on the occasion of commencement because those honored can give our students additional examples of the possibilities that education and imagination can create. I ask the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Robert Willemstad, to please join me to oversee these proceedings. I now ask Doreen Miller, Bert Mitchell, Bert Young, and Carlton Ridenauer to come downstage to be duly recognized. I ask their trustee sponsors and faculty sponsors to join them and represent the administration and faculty of Adelphi and oversee the awarding of these honorary degrees. I now ask Trustees Jerry House and Dean Jane Ashdown to come forward and present Ms. Doreen Downs Miller to be duly recognized. Doreen Downs Miller, you have taught us a great deal. After earning the MBA at Adelphi University and working in the banking industry, you used your analytical abilities, philosophical perspectives, and humanistic instincts to focus on issues of parenting, parent education, and the family setting. You have been a leader in advocating that good parenting is essential to emotional health and early learning, and that early learning is essential to childhood development and adult achievement. Doreen, you have been affiliated with the California Parenting Institute and the NYU Child Study Center, as well as the NYU Steinhardt School of Education, where you earned a master's degree in the psychology of parenthood. But your major impact has been on Long Island. You have been a consultant to several agencies on projects dedicated to strengthening families and improving the quality of care for children. And at Adelphi, you helped us in designing and building the new Alice Brown Early Learning Center and in establishing an interdisciplinary institute for parenting. You are on the advisory committee at the Institute for Parenting and serve as member emerita of the President's Advisory Council. In the broader community, you served on the board of the Early Years Institute and were a trustee of your alma mater, Wells College. Doreen, because of your friendship, your caring manner, and perceptive and probing questioning, your prompting of initiatives, and your follow-through with philanthropic support, the Board of Trustees and I are honored to bestow upon you this Doctor of Humane Letters degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining on this day, May 19, 2013. I now ask Trustee Jeffrey Green and Professor Grace Conway to come forward and present Mr. Bert Mitchell to be duly recognized. Bert N. Mitchell, you are a native of Jamaica, West Indies, who immigrated to the United States in 1958. After receiving the BBA and MBA degrees from Baruch College of the City University of New York, you earned the CPA certificates from the states of New York and New Jersey and the District of Columbia, and became a member of the accounting faculty at your alma mater. Later, you attended and graduated from the Owner-President Management program at the Harvard Business School. Mr. Mitchell, you are an exemplar for so many, entering a new country, focusing on education, taking initiative, and serving the broader community. You are Chairman Emeritus and founder of Mitchell & Titus, LLP, the nation's largest minority-owned CPA firm, a firm which ranks among the 100 largest of all CPA firms in the country and has more than 150 staff in New York City, Washington, and Philadelphia. During your business career, you served on the board of directors of BJ's Wholesale Food and the Rouse Company, and as chairman of the board of Ariel Mutual Funds. Over the past 40 years, you have been active in various leadership positions within the accounting profession, and in 1987, you were elected president of the New York State Society of CPAs, a 30,000-member organization, making you the first African American to head a state society of CPAs in the United States. This was one of many of your accomplishments in your chosen profession. In addition, you have been active in community affairs, philanthropy, and politics, serving on the board of directors of over a dozen not-for-profit organizations and educational institutions, including those you attended, Baruch and Harvard. Burt N. Mitchell, for your service to the City of New York and the State of New York and the United States of America, the Board of Trustees and I are privileged to bestow upon you this honorary Doctorate of Laws degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining on this day, May 19th, 2013. I now ask Trustee Angela Jagger and Professor Nicholas Petron to come forward and present Mr. Burt Young. Burt Young, your biography is a lesson plan. It shows that a successful life is one of continual learning, and you have demonstrated this in your Renaissance achievements in film, script writing, stage plays, a novel, and as a painter. Burt, while many of us know you for your memorable role in the Rocky series as the ill-mannered brother-in-law, Paulie, you are also known for your roles in The Sopranos, The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight, Transamerica, Cinderella Liberty, and Beretta, for which you wrote your first teleplay. Though many roles posed you as a gangster and a ruffian, you also showed your talent for comedy in Betsy's Wedding, Mickey Blue Eyes, and many others. Burt, your acting came after serving in the Marines and working as a carpet salesman and amateur boxer. You accompanied a friend to an audition with famed acting coach Lee Strasberg, and you got the role. Burt, you are the epitome of reinvention, reinventing yourself in various roles from salesman to boxer to actor to writer to painter, and finding joy and accomplishment at each step of the way. We are grateful you have shared your experience and talents with our students, helping them see that life is not always a straight line and that each of us must be the author of our own script, not just an actor in someone else's play. Burt Young, for your support of Adelphi students and your accomplishments in the world of art in its many dimensions, the Board of Trustees and I are privileged to award you this honorary Doctor of Fine Arts degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining on this day, May 19th, 2013. I now ask Trustee Patrick Smalley and Dr. Perry Green to come forward and present Mr. Carlton Reidenauer, otherwise known as Chuck D. Chuck D., during your years at Adelphi, you wrote music and worked as a DJ on a program that featured artists who later formed the enormously successful group Public Enemy. You and your group have garnered 3 platinum albums, 8 gold albums, and numerous awards, including Billboard, Soul Train, and Rock the Vote, culminating in this year's election into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. According to Ebony magazine, Public Enemy remains as one of the most important groups in the history of music. They emerged on the burgeoning hip-hop scene in the late 1980s with an irresistible mixture of gregarious vocals, revolutionary lyricism, and soul sonic beats. After nearly 30 years, the group continues to move crowds across the world with their signature socio-political commentary and political progressive message. Not only an entertainer, Chuck D. is also an educator and advocate for peace, a drug-free America, college attendance, and completion, ceremoniously celebrated today. Chuck, in recognition of your professional accomplishments and personal commitments, the Board of Trustees and I award you this honorary Doctor of Arts degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining on this day, May 19, 2013. Oh. And now to offer a few comments, Chuck D.
Thank you, Dr. Scott, President. I slid to unlock my iPad. I truly, to the bottom of my heart, salute the class of 2013. I was there 39 years ago, just as sleepy. Just got here from Alabama and Florida. And I would tell you, you hear about celebrities talk about swagger. Y'all got the real swagger. This is something to swagger with. Not manufactured, not concocted. This is a reason to walk up out of here bold. I feel like Billy Joel or the other doctor, Dr. J, who helped build this place. I was born in 1960, and I guess I'm from the 60s in some ways. I guess I never left. In a crucial time where celebrities, athletes, entertainers seem to get more social props than collegians and everyday people questing for intellectualism rather than anti-intellectualism, I consider this honor in coming back to my alma mater to receive such an honor in the presence of such equally distinguished gathering of human beings. So I salute y'all, truly. I've said it worldwide and publicly and never afraid to say it that culture at its best and most purposeful brings human beings together in a unique, special, shared moment while knocking the differences away. That's what music does at its best. And rap music epitomizes that, and that when it's at its best, it's no exception. Frowned down upon in my time as a student in 1978 to 1984, George Orwell year. Even then, we saw it as a potential cultural branch for this planet Earth. I've been to 86 countries. My Bachelor of Fine Arts degree was galvanized by the music. It got me through my years of Adelphi. 6 years where I got my 4-year degree. And today, Dr. Scott just gave me my bachelor because I refused to pay for it. So today he gave me it framed and charged me for the frame. Thank you. It got me through my focus, setting my goals in 1981 with the aim of knowing that at least I could work in an art department of a record company at the beginning of rap music. I said, you know, this could get me through Adelphi. Because I came in as a phenom, very talented, didn't have the skill, all over the place. And when rap music came about, I said, well, maybe I could get a job in New York City in a record company, doing covers or something. As an artist with a BA degree before I became a recording artist, my mother, who's sitting in the front, my father, they raised me on the arts 4 miles away in the great town of Roosevelt, Long Island. I was enlightened by great peers and art mentors as well. Hank Shockley, who went to nearby Hofstra, discovered me rapping at a Thursday night throwdown at the Ruth Harley cafeteria, rhyming on the flip side of a brand new record called Rapper's Delight in 1979. Mr. Bill Stepney caught me on the shuttle bus coming from Adelphi to the Hempstead bus terminal, looking at the back of my Spectrum jacket in 1982, and he was a program director at the then radio station 90.3 WBAU, which stood for We Broadcast at Adelphi University. Other great friends and fellow alumni like Andre Dr. Dre Brown of Yo MTV Raps, my good friend, Harold Allen McGregor, Harry Allen, Rusty J, Mr. John Schmidt, who's an engineer there, many from the community. Yes, even William Flavor Flav Drayton worked at the radio station. Started from that campus radio station, which my good friend, also a Delphi alumni, Wildman Steve Adams, said that they closed it down because it was problematic from the music, rap music. I don't know why it's still not there to this day. I went to Adelphi for a summer camp program in 1973, where my mother sent me up there. And originally I thought it was a pool because everybody was saying, hey, we're going up to a Delphi pool. I said, what's a Delphi pool? And when we went there, you know, the buses went to the campus and I fell in like. I liked it so much. I said, I'm going to go here one day. And you know what? It was the only school I applied for coming out of nearby Clark High School, 4 miles the other way in Westbury, whereas my so-called guidance counselor said I probably couldn't get in. Hater. Well, I got in as a freshman, fall 1978, and I almost didn't make it. Like the young lady said earlier, and she had such an eloquent speech, you know, that's when I fell in love with Adelphi. And I went there every single day. I just didn't go to class. They sat my ass down in 1979, put on suspension. But the Dean of Arts and Sciences said, you didn't fail, you just had too many incompletes, and I see you every day. I'm gonna make a deal with you. And I was like, whoa, okay. Because I mean, I couldn't believe I was out. And everybody's on campus, all happy and whatnot, and I'm not in. So he said, look, if you make up all your incompletes, and that means you gotta go to each one of your professors and ask them, can you take these classes over again, sit in their classes, and you got to get accepted. Each one of the professors have to approve this in order for you to get back in. Then I'll we'll look at you and we'll reconsider you getting back in. So for a whole year and a half, I took all those classes all over again to turn my I's into B's and A's, or 3.0s and 4.0s. In closing, I was reinstated in spring 1981. And after making that deal to make up all my incompletes, from then on it was Dean's List. I was a phenom in my department. I treated it like a business. Y'all could look it up. I don't think you could Google it, but y'all could look it up. My works are in the Delphian, the school's newspaper. I was a cartoonist in '78. I would do such radical things like today is Malcolm X's birthday. I would mention that in the Delphian. They were like, what the hell is going on with this guy? So my works are in the Delphian archives. In closing, I've spoken at 400 colleges and universities the past 22 years on topics such as rap, race, and reality, not just bragging about my Strong Island experience, but encouraging the quest for education. And whatever notoriety that comes my way, I choose to be like a prism, diverting the light of fame into young people trying to learn this game while making a name from not playing. Hopefully this honorary degree does the same to encourage many to all that this day is not in vain. In a time where celebrity has become the virtual drug of America, you students, and especially graduates, have everything that they have, but even more. They can never take this away from you. So this is a beautiful beginning. And I say I come in honor of my mother, who's also an alumni, also my daughter, who has a master's from FAMU and Clark, who I'm very proud of. And I'm here to tell y'all, I'm here to tell each and every one of y'all, this is a reason for you to swagger outside this building into the world. You've worked for this. They could never, ever take this away. Tweet that to the world. Peace.
Let's hear it for Chuck D. And let's have a round of applause for all 4 honorees who mean so much to you and to Adelphi. It is now my privilege to introduce the senior senator from the state of New York, the man with double 800s on the SATs who has visited all 52 counties, Senator Chuck Schumer.
Well, thank you. And I would say this to Chuck D. I'm Chuck E. It's the hardest speech I've ever had to follow in all the graduation speeches I've given. Congratulations to you and the award winners. And I do want to say that Bob Scott does an amazing job at this institution, and he's made it one of the greatest institutions, not only in New York, but in our country. Let's have a round of applause for him. And he promised me at next year's graduation, he's going to rap. Anyway, it's great to be here to address our honorees, our friends and families, but most of all, you, the class of 2013 Adelphi. Congratulations. Now, first, I'd like to announce my class gift. As most of you know, it is hard to pay for college, and if you're poor, the federal government helps you out. That's a good thing. But what about the middle class? So, I wrote a law, it's on the books, that says you or your parents, whoever paid for college or graduate school, can take as a full tax credit $2,500 off your federal taxes to help defray the cost of tuition for each year of college or graduate school, provided, there's always a provided, your family income is below $200,000 a year. So, for those of you who come from families who make below $200,000, make sure you or mom or dad takes that deduction tax season, You know, last year, a third of all the people who were entitled to it didn't take it. And if you happen to forget your freshman, sophomore, or junior years, you can actually file a form with the IRS and get back up to $7,500. Not a bad class gift. Now, what happens if you come from a family that makes above $200,000 a year? God bless you. I'd like to say a word to the moms and dads. I know how you feel. A few short years ago, my wife Iris and I sat where you did and watched our daughter Jessica come up on the platform and get her diploma. It was one of the great days of our life. And if you're like us, you think back to the tough times. We remembered when Jessie had 106.5 fever at 3 months old. We rushed her to the hospital. We thought she wouldn't make it, but praise God, she did. Then we remembered when we put her on the kindergarten bus, first day of kindergarten. As the bus pulled away, she ran to the back of the bus, waving goodbye, tears streaming down her little cheeks. But at 2 o'clock, when Iris went to pick her up, she bounded off the bus, happy as could be. She said, "Mommy, I came back." When we talked to her, we realized she thought we were putting her on the bus for good. New family, new school, new neighborhood. Then, when she was a teenager, she didn't say much to us. And when she did, we couldn't understand a word she said. And then moms, dads, you watch your daughters and sons come up here and get that diploma and become an adult before your very eyes. Let's hear it for the moms and dads. Job well done. Now, to this great class, Adelphi 2013, you are growing up, you're graduating with two big advantages, at least two. The first is you're graduating from a great school. You know, 2/3 of all the people in your age group don't get to go to college. And the third who do, most of them haven't received as good an education as you. So you're starting off with a big advantage educationally. And second, there's another advantage. You're the first generation to be brought up in all this new technology. In 1988, a few years before most of you were born, that was the first year the word internet was ever used in print. No Google, no text messaging, no Facebook, no email, no LOL. In 1994, when most of you were toddlers, the World Wide Web had 12 websites on it. That's it, 12. Now there are 14 billion. So that shows you how fast technology is changing our world. And you know, your parents, your teachers, me, the older generation, we try to get used to this, but it's hard for us. We're learning it as adults. But you were born into it. Technology is to you as water is to a fish. You've been swimming in it your whole lives. And so the fact that you've got this great education, and the fact that you're the first generation being brought up, immersed in this technology, means you have great opportunity. It means one thing: now's the time. Think of your dream, no matter how hard it seems to achieve, and reach high for it. Then reach deep down inside yourself. See what you're made of. My advice to the class of 2013 is very simple. Go for it. Now sometimes you'll make the wrong choice, but if my life is any indication, you'll pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward. But if you make the right choice, with a lot of hard work, a little luck, and some prayer, your life will be enriched forever. Now, I learned these things myself. When I was seated at my college graduation 40 years ago, I learned that I had won a scholarship to travel all around the world, all expenses paid, for a whole year. For me, it was the opportunity of a lifetime. I had never been out of the country before. But at the same time, I had met a girl, and I fell in love. I had to decide. Do I go around the world for a year on the all-expense-paid scholarship? Yes. Or do I stay home with the girl? I stayed home with the girl. Nope, don't clap yet. The story unfolds. That summer, she went on a brief vacation, and I went to the airport to meet her on her return. As soon as she got off the plane, I saw by the look on her face something was the matter. She dumped me by Labor Day. There I was, no scholarship, No trip around the world, no girl. I said to myself, what a loser you are. You're never going to make anything of yourself. And I moped around my house for several months feeling sorry for myself. But somehow I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and moved forward. And a few years later, I found myself seated at graduation once again, this time from law school. But on the way home from law school, I told Mom and Dad I wasn't going to join the fancy law firm like we had planned. I said my dream was politics. I wanted to run for office even though the chances of winning were remote. Well, my parents were shocked. My mother was particularly disappointed. You see, they had struggled to send me to college and law school. The law firm was paying $400 a week, more money than my family had ever seen. My dad was an exterminator, never went to college. But my dream was to run for office. So that fall, at the age of 23, against very long odds, I ran for the New York State Assembly, and I had 3 opponents. There was the party machine candidate, there was a neighborhood activist, and then there was my mother, who was telling all her friends not to vote for me. So I'd get this dumb idea of being a politician, as she said, out of your big, thick head. Well, graduates, a few years earlier, I didn't get that girl. But that November, I won the election. So, to this great class of Delphi 2013, go for it. And when you have doubts, and we always have doubts, that's the human condition, that's how God made us, maybe you'll remember a few lines from this poem by Rudyard Kipling called If. He wrote it to his son. Oh, you like that poem, huh? He wrote it to his son over 130 years ago, but it's relevant to every son and every daughter of this great class at Delphi 2013. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those 2 impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on a turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will, which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings but not lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. He wrote it to his son 130 years ago. It's relevant to every son and every daughter of this great class of Delphi 2013. To the class of 2013, congratulations. Good luck. Godspeed. And don't forget, go for it. Thanks, Bob.
Let's have another big round of applause for Senator Chuck Schumer. Trustees, Senator Schumer, honored guests, faculty, staff, families, and friends of graduates, I welcome you again to this marvelous ceremony, and to the class of 2013, I say again, congratulations. Commencement, like Adelphi itself, is about the students. You came from 25 states and 31 countries and became one student body. You represent almost every shade of the Christian, Muslim, and Jewish faiths, among other believers and non-believers, and yet came together as a community. We use that word community often, just as we often talk about students taking initiative. Well, while you were with us over the past 4 to 6 years, dramatic events shook the lives of many, including some of you and those close to you. Those events made us feel vulnerable, brought us closer together, and often inspired action. Just think, during this time, the first African American was elected and then re-elected as President of the United States. Sully Sullenberger landed his hobbled jet on the Hudson River. Tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes, and rising sea levels prompted voluntarism and convinced many of the evidence for climate change. Gay rights expanded. The first Hispanic was appointed to the Supreme Court. The highest number of Americans in 15 years were found to be living in poverty, some nearby. And a record 1 billion people in the world were found not to have enough to eat, subsisting on less than $1 per day. We witnessed the Arab Spring, the death of Osama bin Laden, and the rise of Occupy Wall Streeters and concerns about the one percenters, among other major events, all during your time at Adelphi. There also was Superstorm Sandy, which left many in the Adelphi family and their nearby and regional neighbors homeless. And then we experienced another Sandy, Sandy Hook, a shock, while the families there had their lives seized by the worst horrors of a parent, the death of a child. These events inspired you and us in many ways, including volunteer activity, research papers, travel, even a switch in major courses of study or scholarship. You found community and you took initiative. Clubs, fraternities, sororities, and sports teams took on a cause and enriched your education beyond as well as in the classroom. You gave life to our goal to provide a complete collegiate experience no matter where your pillow is. And you helped us succeed. We earned Fisk Guide Best Value recognition for the 7th year in a row, and distinction again in the United States President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll. Maddie Dressner, SGA President Extraordinaire, Bradley Fliller, who garnered the 1,000 likes for SGA, JB on his way to hip-hop stardom, Nicole Wong, who is our champion for a smoke-free campus, Joe Vernacci, award winner, Jonathan Singer, Michael Driscoll, Megan Potter, and Emily Darko, a star no matter what the score. Best wishes in all that you do. Some of you, like Diana Cristiano, now receiving her master's degree, I helped move into a residence hall at the start of her freshman year. Others I have hosted to discuss your undergraduate and graduate experience, asking what has gone well, what special memories you will take with you, and what you wish we had changed last week. Still others I cheered, whether on a stage, a court, or a field, or applauded at a meeting or a gathering. I think of Lamartine Pierre, who had to take on family responsibilities and still succeeded as a student. Lauren Chiofo, who organized the first Adelphi Gives Back Month. Riaz Khan, who volunteered in Hempstead and New Orleans and represented Adelphi at conferences in Turkey, South Korea, India, and Pakistan. Edwin Maldonado, who won the Outstanding First-Year Student Award and continued to excel. Deborah Riddy, an adult student living with the challenges many of us only read about. And Angelo Belfiore, whose parents and grandparents' homes were destroyed by Sandy, and who worked not only to clear out those homes in Howard Beach, but also volunteered with students, faculty, and staff to help others in the Rockaways. I think of Emily Lado in STEP, who will change the learning environment for students with physical limitations. Guy Morinville, who works for FEMA. Hang Lee from Beijing. Joe Warden in social work. Joe Bruno, Nicholas Donito, Bradley Simpson, Issa Tall, John Lim. and Christina Kobuchi and Sheldon Sukra, the top majors in their field in New York State, with Sheldon taking top national honors as well. We are confident we'll be hearing from all of you. I have seen you grow in skills and abilities, advance in your knowledge, both expert and general, and refine your values, respect for others, a commitment to justice, teamwork, the talent to disagree without being disagreeable. Your areas of accomplishment are in the professions, the arts, humanities, and the sciences. During your time here, Adelphi has grown and improved as well. You were among the first to enjoy the Performing Arts Center, the Center for Recreation and Sports, 2 new residence halls, all you care to eat at Post Hall, and new sports facilities. We also grew in the number of faculty, accreditation and rankings, and institutional partnerships. Adelphi has grown in its commitment to sustainability and has been recognized by the Princeton Review's Guide to Green Colleges as one of the top 300 and by the Cool Schools list of the Sierra Club, among others. We also grew in the number of students studying abroad as witnessed by your tassels and your scarves, engaging in internships and participating in Research Day. Over the past 5 years, 800 students have studied or volunteered in 33 countries, 3 states, and 1 territory. During the same period, 41 Adelphi student athletes earned All-American honors, while our teams won 23 conference and 3 NCAA championships, one of them hosted on our own Motammed Field. This year, our teams won the Northeast 10 Conference President's Cup for the most points, making Adelphi the #1 school in the #1 division conference in the country. And I have to add, what a gift from and for Bob Hartwell, who retires this year as Director of Athletics. Bob, thank you. Today's honorees represent the same fields as many of you, and also the need and opportunity to continue learning and extending one's reach over the course of time. Chuck D. of Public Enemy, Burt Mitchell, CPA, Burt Young, actor, writer, painter, mentor, Doreen Miller, friend, advisor, source of inspiration. You are exemplars for all of us, and we are grateful. You demonstrate the possibilities of facing a challenge, finding a community, crafting a dream, creating a life, and fashioning a future. There are so many of you today we could single out for what you have achieved and contributed to Adelphi, like Arlie Middendorf and Maitri Gande and Aretha Brand, and for the graduate schools you will attend, like Jinku Im and Marianne Fake. But I dare not, in the interests of fairness and time. Graduates, your initiatives and achievements are notable. You came from different worlds, engaged the Adelphi world to your advantage, and now embark into another. You are the author of your life, revising and improving your script even as you live it, and now step onto a new stage. Even if you stay in the job you have held, you are different, and your expectations of yourself, of time itself, and of others will be different. We have been your teachers, coaches, mentors, colleagues, and sometimes even friends, and have tried to provide the paper, pen, and editing tools you have needed. You have succeeded in class, in the lab and library, and beyond the campus. This is why we are hopeful for the future. We never promised we could teach you everything, but we did pledge to help you develop the skills and abilities necessary to learn anything. Now it is your turn, but on a bigger platform. We have tried to help you understand that history, what came before, imagination, what if, and ethics, a commitment to justice, are the foundations for learning and progress. We have also tried to show you that compassion and empathy are the basic ingredients for living a full life. Among your tools is an appreciation of language, because words matter. As Elie Wiesel who spoke on campus in 2010 has said, "Words can be instruments of compassion or contempt. Better to be used to console than to curse, heal rather than to wound, but capable of all of these." We have attempted also to prepare you as citizens, but remember a wonderful quote: "If your only involvement in democracy is in a voting booth 10 minutes a year, then that's all the democracy you're going to get." Continue to be engaged in the community even when there is no storm. Finally, I close with a quote which is relevant no matter what the economy or the prospects for jobs locally. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. So good sailing, class of 2013, as you take initiative and find your way. Just remember, we thank you for all you have added to Adelphi, and we'll be here for you, a continuing community to which you can return to relive memories and to share new ones. Thank you and congratulations, 2013. Today, we also welcome the class of 1963, celebrating their 50th anniversary. I ask you to stand and receive our welcome. And I would ask Shelley Kleiman, co-chair for the Alumni Advisory Council, to come forward to present Lee Carigliano, class of 1957, with the Ruth S. Harley Distinguished Alumni Achievement Award. The Ruth S. Harley Distinguished Alumni Achievement Award celebrates Dean Harley's decades of service to Adelphi. Remembered for her intelligence, compassion, creativity, and leadership, Dean Harley embodied the caring spirit that sets our university apart. With this award, it is my pleasure to celebrate her legacy through the achievements of our alumni. Lee Carigliano, a graduate of the class of 1957, discovered his calling to science education in our classrooms. Throughout his career, he has dedicated himself to imparting knowledge, sharing wisdom, and passing on the spark of investigation and discovery to students of all ages. After earning a master's and doctoral degrees from Teachers College, Columbia, he spent 24 years as a professor. As an alumnus, he is a generous scholarship contributor and a member of the Ruth S. Harley Planned Giving Society. Today, we celebrate his achievement and his generosity. And now would Provost Insula please come forward?
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for their degrees by successfully completing the curricula offered by the several schools, colleges, and institute of Adelphi University, and by having been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees for the awarding of appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. I would also like to report that 31 candidates were awarded doctoral degrees at Friday's doctoral hooding ceremony. On behalf of the academic deans of Adelphi University and in the name of the faculty, I am pleased to present to you the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree for which they have been recommended. I ask everyone to remain in or return to your seats until every student is recognized. The last graduate, we all know, is as important as the first. I now call forward Dean Richard Garner to join the President and the Chairman. He will congratulate the students of the Honors College as they come forward with their respective school and college. I now call forward Dean Sam Grogg to join the President and the Chairman for the conferring of degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences. The candidates for degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences will please rise and come forward. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Master of Arts, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Science degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences. Leading the procession are the candidates for graduate degrees. Professor Rose, will you please read the names of the graduates?
Jennifer Valsin, Samantha Spacone, Michelle Romano, Tiffany Lopez, Mallory Taft, Elizabeth Purita, Ashley Rose Linehan, Carlo Balbo, Caitlin Murch, Nicholas Condelis, Michael Record, Joseph Fontana, Elizabeth Taras, Castigal Zarco, Joseph A. Bruno, Brianna O'Neill, Maria Cristina Italia, Emily B. Gold, Diana Cristiano, Ashley Pace, Diana Lynn O. Simeka, Diana DiPietro, Jessica Jurend, Rachel Kennedy, Yu Ting Huang, Rihanna Udin, Christina Gentili, Nicole Patrizzi, Denicia Johnson, Dylan Matthews, Matthew Gertler, Alexandra Pinhasova, Lisa Joya, Drew Sloyer, Henderson Hughes, Kevin Brendan Vilbig, Michael Boston Priest, Christopher Grunet, thank you, Yenny C. Santiago, Kieran Persaud, Joseph Nickel, Angelo Belfiore, Janae Cummings, Kareem Harris, Haley Ruggiero, Erica Darenberg, Samantha Michake, Kevin Roll, Jeffrey Blaine, Rob Carroll, Emily Lauren Ludow, Nicole Smolensky, Alicia Columbell, Stephen Michaelman, Nicholas Danito, Lila Kukar, Danielle Aslan, Anthony Passarella, Haley Boss Van Jorder, Charlotte Davies, Caitlin Signore, Molly Wenzel, Christina Ward, Lisa de la Bastide, Anna Galasic, Dan DiStefano, Robert Donato, Stephanie Jolin, Skyla Budd, Stephanie Stecco, Selim Shimvel, Vincent Abate, Stephen Melvin, Ashley Forrest, Mitchell Fox, Alex Christian Macaro, John Shimkea, Jessica Caleron, Alicia DeSantis, Diana McDonough, Adrienne Caporto, Stephanie Skutska, Santina Bonsignor, Nicole Garrett, Andrew Brunton, Christopher Weigel, Dana Lushington, Alexander Urney, Erica Rappaport, Jake Komar, Christina Cascio, Scott Gordon, Frank Mortillo, Alec Hansen, Kevin Powell, Bianca Laveggia, Sarah Galbavi, Zachary Marshall, Noel Alberti, Rachel Becker, Melissa Benjamin, Michelle Lynn Latorre, Lauren Granath, Alexis Traina, Christine Lombardo, Stephen Berger, Natalia Simpson, Jasmine Mendoza, Daniel Moreno, Kelly Miller, Ashley Deo, Elizabeth Tash, Lauren G. Fromer, Daniel Jones, Gersaint Saul, Shani Clouden, Valerie Cordona, Marla Kazimierska, Marissa Restagno, Tara Chirichella, Bartley Mitchell, Javier Bonilla, Larissa Nizdo, Kristen Backett, Maria Kozak, Michelle Rader, Nicholas Moneta, Stephen Zuccaro, Daniel DeMarco, Lisa Ann Gaylord, Ian Peterson, Armand Lane, Kelly Tejan, John Matalone, Richard Caraggio, Tiffany Bucks, Amanda Gerasi, Amber Ciccione, Lauren Callan, Jessica Kidwell, Brian Lambert, Caitlin Picarillo, Caitlin Belforte, Shanice Hemmings, Azinga Ming, Ketsia Luis, Amy Bettina, Alex Golden, Alexandra Porter, Alessandra Drapos, Grace Riviera, Dascanavia, Taylor Abreu, Melissa Marengo, Rebecca Everett, Kyle Smith, Taylor Ross, Joshua Minton, John Anantua, Timothy Nunzig, Alexandra Kummel, Alexander Evangelista, James Varvaro, James Stavola, Christopher Siegenthaler, Patricia Giuliano, Sarah Beth Ranguya, Amina Rahman, Riaz Khan, Shelley Ann Rohitzing, Joey Shin, Melissa Fernandez, William Miller, Danielle Sofferman, Peter Cruz, Timothy Rodriguez, Matthew James Babino, Chanel Green, Michelle Smith, Alexandra Deuscher, Devon Fetal, Katrina Ong, Christina Harris, Lacey A. Birch, Raven Gelkis, Paige Brigante, Shannon Wozniak, Louisa Armstrong, Andrew Jacobs, Cynthia Miheja, Jessica Keller, Justina Faladish, Emily Parks, Dina Nicastro, Pia Walker, Rachel Scanlon, Christina Di Gregorio, Angela Carnevale, Cassandra Cabral, Emily Roner, Caitlin Smith, Jillian Rautillo, Gregory Quinlan, Daniel Pye, Imani Bryant, Vincent Messina, Vincent Gaetano, Gabriela Galgano, Ashley Armagon, Maria Dunias, Eugene Coiza, Sean Gu, Carolina Caluzza, Nancy Aglialoro, Lauren Carew, Cassandra Labite, Christina Grimaldi, Ashley McLaughlin, Nicole Lesniak, Marissa Chufo, Kelly Camuso, Natalie Gruber, Elliot Alicia, Amber Ignargi Gola, Sean Yeaman, Ryan Hickey, Robbie Lucia, Jeffrey Anderson, Justin Magaldi, Caitlin Stam, Julia Hundertmark, Catherine Hundertmark, Megan McCormick, Regina Bowe, Manuel Matthias, Ryan Dubin, Kimberly Tunkel, Dennis Murphy, Timothy John Fischler, Samantha Sauve, Jacqueline Serrano, Gina Hockenjos, Marianne Fayek, Jenna Buonagora, Krista Oduce, Talon Rubino, Monica Woolewich, Brittany Baldwin, Samantha Cranmer, Allison O'Driscoll, Rachel Scherer, Katharina Bator, Erica Corso, Danielle Saltel, Alexa Schwab, Jennifer Quigley, Alexandra Domenico, Valerie Spitzer, Melva Harris, Lauren Moore, Brittany Riley, Allison Tumolo, Grace Marie Louise, Ashley Maxwell, Lauren Skelly, Mallory Feeney, Catherine Ann Gaughan, Talal Pervez, Robert Rusica, Amanda Espinoza, Rodion Pinkakov, Emil Gasso, Sidlo Michel, Prajolan Thapa, Amy Marquez, Lauren Lees, Emma Reed, Victoria Toll, Megan Gandolfo, Tammy Abreu, Hammer Cologne, Samantha Touquet, Gabrielle Menio, Melissa Schuck, Kelly Freza, Christine Bilardello, Jennifer Christina Van Vick, Raymond Hughes, Gregory Sinacori, Samantha Mendez, Michael Samuel, Zoe Gold, Monique Razuk, Elizabeth Clark, Gabriela Robles, Anna Dowling, Ashley Giaffrey, Mario Avalone, Michelle Treadwell, Nicole Sorbara, Kyla Perry, Deborah Goodwin, Katie Mirabile, Ashley Nye, Hillary Smith, Natalie Aviles, Anya Aurelie Basten, Elizabeth Walker, Karuna Simontri, Christina David, Hillary Ferguson, Anam Khalid, Joseph Vernacci, Pedro Hippolito, Edwin Maldonado, Nicole Wong, Nadia Katwaru, Kim Senisi, Heather Purgola, Gabriela Muscat, Kristen Sapienza, Travis Jordan, Glenn Jersey, Angela Kulowicz, Jasane Isak, Paul Kalafatis, Jessica Schwab, Nicole Leyland, Alicia Ambrosio, Michelle Sarko, Vivian Hubert, Danielle Young, Carrie Maureen Webb, Tricia Danisi, Robert Olivari, Gaiwan Tavares, Corey Nios, Joe Melendez, Colleen Fasson, Maria Lopez, Chelsea Tobias, Olivia Tobias, Christy Perallo, Mary Rose Keegan, Nicole Schneiman, Saya Priya Babu, Lorna Telford, Sedel Bobcom, Taisha Roach, Anasa Persad, Lena Mai, Luke Hauserman, Arlie Middendorf, Megan Hine, Jamila Maiga, Nicole Olivares, Nicole Weinman, Kerry Colora, Melissa Ogden, Stephanie Lett, Megan Potter, Bianca Margiata, Ariana Serpanos, Jency Paul, Priyanka Kohli, Santo Abraham, Jose Levi Hernandez, Onmar Sheikh, Prasanna Kumar, Christina Cirillo, Tanya Batras, Michael T. Driscoll Jr., Rosie Nixon, Jean Nicholas, Christian Molina.
Thank you, Professor Rose. I now call forward Dean Patrick Coonan to join the President and the Chairman for the conferring of degrees in the School of Nursing. The candidates for degrees in the School of Nursing will please rise and proceed to the stage. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, Master of Science, and Bachelor of Science degrees in the School of Nursing. The candidates for certificates with advanced graduate degrees will lead the nursing students to the stage. Professor Geddes, will you please read the names of the graduates?
Michelle M. Lewis, Lauren Marie Bonivolia, Johanna Lassen, Charisse Griffith, Faye Robinson Traore, Alexis Gardner, Cheryl Best, Lucy Mensah, Anne-Marie Johnson Rowe, Cindy Delverne Gomez, Tanya Ferreira, Cynthia Wright, Kristen Otley, Alicia McCaskey, Montserrat Michael, Kareem Nugadala, Bo Butler, Edwin Carlson, Jessica Ayuteri, Greta Brez, Nicole Petitium, Ronnie Rafaelov, Barbara Ortiz, Jinsey Joseph, Maria Antigua, Natalie Gulyunsam, Jenny Rooney, Stephanie Coppola, Allison Daly, Kelly Maceo, Kelly Armato, Nicole Camiso, Anthony Sutonio, Esther Opoko, Payne Sakye, Oyenyechi Akioricha, Audrey Kenyon, Florence Kema Akpala, Vawati Rampal, Meridel Perez, Yolanda Hurd, Raniel Yannick Kennedy, Tanani Bartholomew, Janice Lang, Marie Antenna, Na Nasu, Delim Odebeya, Stephanie DeLucia, Catherine Guto Andrews, Polita Volsi, Claudie Peen, Renee Pacriopo, Marie Emanuela Villiers-Nicolas, Rachel Telfer, Albina Geneva, Elena Ortiz, Isabel Kamov-Kulanyev, Natasha Copeland, Stephanie Solares, Caitlin Aleas, Sandra Londono, Taylor Riviera, Jessica Rizzi, Amelie Koshi, Priya Pita, Jasmine Thalapilal, Gisha Joes, Dorin George, Nicole Heckner, Angelina Lim, Alex Babakanov, Patricia Simmons, June Wallen Clark, Lauren Raggio, Christopher Lemashevsky, Alexia Lumsden, Samantha Benson, Candice Nemick, Megan Scher, Emily Hecht, Heather Essig, Melissa Vita, Elaine Carolayo, Zara Adele Rodriguez, Samantha Ruskowski, Jacqueline Dodenhoff, Christina Callop, Ashley Scaraglino, Ariel Agnanucci, Catherine Shea, Domenica Chimenchim, Megan Chogel, Catherine Moriali, Kimberly Ann Wee, Lisa Marie Berger, Danielle Michael Diaz, Thomas Arata, Humana Mehdi, Oscar Aliam, Shiny Paul, Michaela Rose, Vanetta Sherry, Michelle Romaine, Ayo Alex, Nicole Brown, Sasha Tom, Shari Satchel, Letitia Alexander, Ebony Allen, Keisha Jacobin, Shakia Walker, Zara Passad, Stanley Charles, Ryan Chang, Peter Tomasevic, Allison Ryder, Vanessa Anea, Lauren Alva, Selena Chigedi, Jennifer Vieira, Nicole Lynn Agureo, Jessica Ann Shalot, Lisa Kratchenfels, Jacqueline Kessler, Nina Lee, Maria Milutina, Ogla Yushavayea, Marielle Kasha, Mohini Algu, Rena Joseph, Justin Balaram, Trisha Ward, Noanita Baine Crosborn, excellent, Hitesh Jani, Kush Daliwal, Darcine Marshall, Jiham Kim, Ivy Atapo, Maureen Bonasalvant, Mila Rose Vitayesaran, Julie Vijaraja, Miriam D, Cara Wilcox, Olga Olibrice, Stacy Hirabashi, Jamina Luby, Jessica Ofosa, Joanne Montoni, Christina Kippel, Lily Ma, Veronique Wolf, Jacqueline Donomo Menocho, Gian Noble, Tricia Montague, Deborah Goldberg, Makala Tifabrum, Miriam Toledano, Sarah Baskind, Penina Ben Yosef, Chung Hee Kim, Bo Young Jan, Miraline Richardson Oriental, Tammy Halkias, Leora Solomonioff, and Nicole Wilkes.
Thank you, Professor Geddes. I now call forward Dean Andrew Safier to join the President and the Chairman for the conferring of degrees in the School of Social Work. The candidates for the degrees in the School of Social Work will please rise and come forward. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, the Master of Social Work, and the Bachelor of Social Work degrees from the School of Social Work. The procession from the School of Social Work is led by the master's degree candidates. Professor Rose, will you please read the names of the graduates?
Paula Williams, Simone Pitts, Maricia Thompson, Raquel Carrasquillo, Carla Hernandez, Lourdes Garcia Reyes, Benzie Benjamin, Christine Gonzalez, Lakia Grant, Monica Puentes, thank you, Frankie Victoria Ryan, Doreen D'Angelo, Gianni Voli, Michelle Nooks, Keisha Monique Brewer, Joseph Warden, Prudencia Gordon, Christina Urbizzondo, Felipa Marquez, Camille John, Ethel Bob, Dominique Jean-Baptiste, Lovely Tessa Graham, Leslie Hernandez Rios, Kathy Irizarry Acevedo, Sherlo Crowless, Sylvia A. Ford Williams, Tamara Hewitt, Patricia Millette, Cheryl Rappe, Helga Baltimore, Yanira Guzman, Maria Elena Rodriguez, Rosemary Singh, Joanna Thibault, Melanie Sanchez, Mabel De Leon, Erica Dillon, Margarita Voropianov, Lisa Williams Tate, Andrea Condell, Yardley John Khalid, Chavez Palmer McLean, Deborah Riddy, Cynthia Cabral, Gianna Valerio, Cheryl Ann Clark, Victoria Vasquez, Andrea Stone, Anita Brown, Lydia Valencia, Katrina Beeman, Orgel Wright, Andrea Ayasami David, Diana Lopez, Monica Shane, Raquel Walters, Bibi Colsom, Wilma Delisme, Gloriana Galvan, Rowena Jones, Andrea Salinas, Sandra Guerrero, Jillian Uhl, Jeremy Toner, Shaniqua Schloss, Simone Townsend, Claudia Sharon Joseph, Sharon Jundu, Sean Bland, Sonia Juggernoth, Charlotte Braham, Giselle Garcia, Karen Sandoval, Rosa Marazzo, Amanda Van Duzer, Erica Ramirez, Priscilla Duman, Angelica Perdomo, Jasmine Ramsey, Charmin Roseau, Mariel Adami, Heather Breeze, Latoya Lamb, Nicole O'Mealy, Christina Berrios, Tiffany Sparks Hall, Tamika Jones, Aisha Gaines, Maurice Jones, Brian Watson, Charles Green, Daniel Emmel, Denise Simrani, Tina Marie McGarry, Jeanette Corot, Evdosia Cosi, Fernando Padilla Winthrow de la Garza, Hina Sheik, Christy Montez Pearson, Simone Altidar Stewart, Amy Goldberg, Abigail Tabardo, Sarah Edgener, Amber Rennie, Jane Dworkin, Ann Lawson, Lori Tucker, Cynthia Rodriguez Oberdon, Allison Cerny, Sheena Sukai, Janine Wheeler, Kimberly Meir, Lauren Eastman, Angie Habib, Patricia Meyer, Carmen Castaneda, Susan Oldis, Eileen Golon, Allison Amato, Jacqueline Lederman, Sivan Hendelman, Andrea Ribaudo, Catherine Moran, Kim Maharaj Maranio, Lauren Cummings, Bridget Fixler, Christy Fallman, Sharice White, Akithia Smith, Shanita Henry, Rita Balrup, Alicia Brown, Joanne Hernandez, Alina Slabotkina, Bassie Guggenheim, Shane D. Sternhill, Caitlin Murphy, Michelle Guarino, Marissa Collins, Erica Manisi, Natasha Pedzik, Meredith Foley, Monica Primavera, Emily Shantz, Lauren Guarino, Kyla Faye Novick, Tanya Jackson Edwards, Lisa Rondazzo, Verletta Barnes, Lisa Ann Caesar, Electa Lowry Doddridge, Melissa Gordon, Faiza F. Phillips Myricks, Belinda Wagner, Neola Bricuyet, Henry Conde, Paula Espana, Rosella Rowe, Juan Carlos Mayor, Barbara Signorelli, Aurelis Hernandez Dilone, Beverly Taylor, Catherine Dominic, Ebony Johnson, Sam J. Young, Rosemay Pierre Louise Michel, Maria Bernaldez, Christina Bozza, Alexa Sandy, Laura Zapia, Tiffany Weiser, Nigel Seeley, Timothy O, Danielle Bembury, Nicole Lynette Cameron, Gerlande de Savarieux, Melissa Leonidas, Jerry Mabel, Yurisan Rojas, Victoria Puzo, Alexandra De Pinto, John Lewandowski, Barbara Tierno, Ernst Joaquin, Portia Ramsey, Brooke Kalman, Stephanie Perrotta, Jennifer Timpa, Nicole Fisher, Stacy Gordon, Chris Genovese, Julia Pulick, Danielle Morrow, Deborah Winters, Zari Sedig, Danielle Wilkinson, Christine Pober, Rachel Sunshine Giawar, Angela Walters, Stephanie Osterweil, Heather Kramer, Diane Finley, Kristen Colson, Natasha Thomas, Myra Fejo, Elizabeth Lindner, Stephanie Costa, Amanda Hiltz, Raquel Chamon, Carolyn Callahan, Alana Comer, Tara Bonenberg, Amanda Cruz, Alicia Crawford, Courtney Murphy, Jillian Hare, Elizabeth Farrell, Erica Metaxas, Kevin Taylor, Estefany De Vargas, Ariana Candela, Nicole Burke, Jessica Schneps, Kayam Seymour, Kaya Harrison, Brianna Bozomo, Karen Altenberger, Joseph Dominic Scalisi, Sarah Lynn Gelman, Gina Dudley, James Belmonte, Shantae Bund, Marissa Grisio, Brandy Monroe Vislotsky, Julia Jean-Baptiste, Elmise Genot, Brent Russell, Gregory DeSanto, Paula Federico, Kristen Ferraro, Emily Dome, Nicole Hapscher, Jessica Saxon, Maria Rodriguez, Leonora Vasta, Jin Juan, Catherine Holina, Kerry Ryan, Donnie Pierce, Denise Ruiz, Monique Cunningham.
Thank you, Professor Rose. And thank you to our audience for the respect and patience and attention they have shown. Every single one of our graduates truly appreciates it. I now call forward Dean Jacques Barber from the Gordon F. Derner Institute of Advanced Psychological Studies to join the President and the Chairman for the conferring of degrees in the Derner Institute. The candidates for degrees from the Derner Institute will please rise and come forward. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I am honored to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Master of Arts and Bachelor of Arts degrees from the Derner Institute. Professor Geddes, will you please read the names of the graduates?
Renee Richards, Tokimi Seto, Kimberly Dempsey, Samantha Cummins, Erin Quinn, Kathleen Hurley, Tamara Dumarasis, Stephanie Roncone, Jessica Doman, Carrie-Ann Coward, Georgette Dennis, Kirsty Lamar, Melissa Borges, Isra Nasser, Tiffany Goodell, Danielle Angota, Nicole Reitz, Teresa Ann Pisano, Joseph Neil Pilla, Vanessa Fife, Michelle Laliberte, Brenda Mancheno, Kia Charles, Rose Carasigio, Ariana Habibi, Gillian Donaldson, Heidi Floyd, Victoria Salvo, Lauren Jacobs, Samantha Gunganada, Kristen Basso, Lisa Gardner, Jamie Mistretta, Caitlin Loretta Faltrell, Sonia Jackson, Daphne Pierre, Christina Sama, Maria Ringel, Carla Cusimano, Kamisha Sally, Melissa Goldstein, Ashley Vasquez, Brooke Jonas, Anthony Caraccio, Katrine Essen, Sandeep Kaur, Nicolette Perozzi, Soleil Minella, Anita Tapia, Samra Rejamadovic, Jacqueline Fink, Kelly Sumeka, Jacqueline Herzik, Samantha Bassett, Stephanie Shapiro, Philip Tenenbaum, Samuel Borandas, Jennifer Lee, Allison Harvey, Stephanie Schmidt, Lucas Milatuski, Rosanna Morone, Jessica Emanuel, Madeline Dresner, Anna Kim, Nicole Weiss, Michelle Matson, Kimberly Kozov, Kenneth Thornhill, Samantha Morlack, Kristen Monopoly, Michelle Forney, Michael Doria, Elizabeth Kemp, Lisa Sherma, Priyanka Verma, Vanessa Barulich, Larissa Curley, Krista Maravecchio, Nicole Odo, Danielle Marachek, Caitlin Leap, Jenna Coppola, Cassandra Pabandrew, Gina Fushko, Jessica Lapidus, Christina Papatomas, David Florivares, Alex Lux, Karen Moss, Gregory Malia, Jennifer Bacchus. Joanna Scafalani. Christine Santos. Caitlin Kachi. Lauren Borst. Michelle Hegarte. Galita Sade Williams. Natalie Rodriguez. Sharifa Wallace. Bianca Jum. Chelsea Overholt. Patricia Puchala. Emily Kuma. Jonathan Singer. Ariana Lennox. Paulina Vastardis. Mary Elizabeth Guzman. Krista Elizabeth Garlow. Andrea Alestra. Adriana Camelli. Julia Melvin. Megan Collins. Dana Wershaw. Elizabeth Canoles. Danielle Renee Pritchett. Lauren Pasilovov. Alyssa Perry. Chelsea Hotha. Nicole K. Rindos. Asilda Zeko, Stephanie Ortiz. Amanda Wolfen. Kathleen Matusowitz. Akira Pitakim. Samantha Sanchez. Lauren Chufo. Anise Miller. Nicole Noonan. Tatiana Boneca. Valeria Galvin. Amanda Medina. Jennifer Piontek.
Thank you, Professor Geddes. I now call forward Dean Anthony Libertella to join the President and the Chairman for the conferring of degrees in the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business. I also ask Dr. Jack Sotorakis to join them on the stage to congratulate the first cohort of physician graduates of our joint MBA program. The candidates for degrees from the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business will please rise and come forward. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Science degrees from the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business. Professor Rose, will you please read the names of the graduates?
Dr. David Rivaniera. Dr. Patrick O'Shaughnessy. Gil Gurmeet Singh. Badri Nath. Angelica Cintron. Perry Stein. Marta Machi. John Vendito. Ronald John Gulata. Jeffrey Michael Wolf. Russell W. Ruskin. Jacqueline Delmont. David Negron. Mikkel Negron. Elizabeth Trinidad. Kush Dolakia. Rand Forrester. Jin Wang. Jiao Longdu. Chen Quan. Tao Jiang. Jie Cheng. Kai Wang. Yu Cheng Wang. Han Wang. Yaju Kang. Kai Dong. Ji Liu. Yiru Sui. Monchi Huan. Aretha Brown. Brittany Todd. Jinran Yu. Li Ren. Kai Yong Liu. Kan Jun Ying. Hang Li, Yu Duan, Jing He, Wai Zhang, Jinyang Shi, Yimin Li, Chao Yang, Yan Wang, Geshin Han, Wei Zhong, Yuan Feng, Jiwen Huang, Peng Shen, Xin Zhaojin, Cheng Lu, Alicia Tucker, Mike Nolly, Megan Santoro, Dana Riordan, Christina Smolanik, Anna Olekshi, Yu Song, Jing Shang, Long Tian, Jinting Liu, Lu Tan, Yingfei Huang, Feng Sai, Yi Yong, Nandia Liu, Li Huang, Zijan Dragon Shang, Ning Yi, Priscilla Rose Pucci, Dei Shang Adam Zhang, Rong Zhang, Ting Yi Hong, Yu Wang, Jonathan Escher, Hong Tai, Li Xuan Li, Fang Ning Xiao, Rebecca Saran, Samantha Singh, Barbara Hillen, Marios Zygar, Ananvada Rambup, Julian Persaud, Han Wei, Olortimi Dayolo, Yu Hu, Tao Wang, Han Zhong Zhu, Jay Yan, Long Pan, Sabrina Konzo, Zhu John, Nicholas Zenanti, Christopher Carella, Alec Wishney, Krista Boyce, Nicholas Senande, Palaya Skema, Alisa Brown, Hishao Kai Xiao, Yafei Shi, Hui Tao, Yujiak Li, Dang Lin, Deanna Marie Robertson, Paul Gabulski, Ari Scheiken, Giancarlo Clancy, William Greenberg, David Chiong, Alex Louison, Scott Kaiser, Christopher Greiner, Ariana Georgiadis, Kerry Shannon, Christina Alias, Alexis Williams, Lu Ren, Jia Zhang, Deng Feng Huang, Kimberly Howell, Stephanie Ng, Stephen Betts, Rosemary Marino, Katerina Palioras, Dilma Estelle Palma, James Akel, Joseph Avenir, Alessandro Mattarella, Kevin O'Brien, Bradley Flyler, Kelsey Heron, Shang Bin Q, Maximilian Katz, Nicholas Lucci, Neil Bisiello, Jonathan Adino, Tashred Brown, Shamari Toiloy, Lauren Laprine, Yishu Zhu, Han Mei Zhu, Devon Kelly, Heather Salerno, Amy Carrett, Janine Leo, Lauren Watts, Megan Heiser, Emily Dorco, Andrew Barone, Jacob Beard, Liam Kelly, Justin Artis, James McCormick, James Milani, Chris Ranglin, Alexandra Cahan, Bianca Ray Hernandez, Yuen Ying, Adam Candreva, Michael Sorcy, Lauren Gartano, Daniela Peltz, Samantha Belando, Beverly Rose Gant, Carolyn Senatore, Kevin Ramos, Lamartine Pierre Jr., Vincent Sofield, David Peterson, Michael Pucci, Ryan Puglia, Jason Howell, Ryan Fierro, Samuel Osroff, Michael Powers, Zachary Scott Kaplan, Michelle Mazzarello, Annalisa Opedesano, Anthony Moretta, Gupjit Parikha, Michael Tully, Luisa Piscota, Bridget Leah, Jessica Umpierrez, Priscilla Bacchus, Christina Butkijian, Michael Ryan Butijian, Alexander Borugua, Andreas Hamar, Adrish Tiwari, Jean-Pierre Jacome, Issa Tao, Maria Toft, Michael Selick, Nicole Bonet, Simon Akhtar, Alexa Lavoie, Colette Rader, Elaine Schwartz, Samantha Baker, Rebecca Noriega, Marissa Pecoraro, Stephanie Naranjo, Bridget M. Risica, Tammy Chan, Sharon Singleton Hayward, Melissa Alves, Maureen Ibrahim, Gabrielle Guzardi, Nextario Strivas, Midiam Choi, Jonathan Kaplan, Atanas Stamboliski, Christopher Charubin, Jashon Singh, Anthony Abruzzino, Frank Paz, Penny Dacus, Abdur Rahman, John Lim.
Thank you, Professor Rose. I now call forward Dean Sean O'Reilly to join the President and the Chairman for the conferring of the degrees in University College. I also ask Dean Sam Grogg to rejoin the President and the Chairman and Dean Libertella for the conferring of degrees in University College. Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Graduate Certificate, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Associate in Arts, and Undergraduate Certificate degrees from University College. Professor Geddes, will you please read the names of the graduates?
Jennifer Bozamato, Melissa Cano, Stephanie Hunter, Rosary Foley, Guy Morinville, Etik Goldman, Jessica Flores, Marietzi Baptista, Dominic D. Onato, Jenny Barea, Ruth Santiago, Stephen Hewlett, Mary Purdy, Roseanne Bianca, Georgette D'Andresi, Carmen Rojas, Desiree Jute, Ebony McCune, Elaine Grease, Alicia Allen, Sharon Das, Helenise Lamy, Patrick Stanton, Danielle Carrington, Michelle Walsh, Ashley Stana, Monique Folks, Cindy Maharaja, Lauren Monahan, Miracle Davenport, Warren Rosario, Gregory Hamilton Sang Clark, Rachel Hilton, Sandra Huertas, Martha Bumasha, April Kinney, Selena Piliere, Jessica Yancoco, Jonathan Thin, Lisa Amoroso, Bob Clement, Gertrude Long, Anthony A. Grant, Sandra Tumalo, Michelle Cowhouse, Patrick Hughes, Zenida Anshante, Mazal Katanov, Sarah Zano, Mizda Butler, Nicole Casso.
I now call forward Dean Jane Ashdown to join the President and the Chairman for the conferring of the degrees in the Ruth S. Ammons School of Education.
Brianna McDonald.
Will the candidates for degrees from the Ruth S. Ammons School of Education please rise and come forward? Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study, Master of Arts, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science degrees in education from the Ruth S. Ammons School of Education. Professor Rose, will you please read the names of the graduates?
Brianne McDonald, Kristen Dexter, Joseph Delutri, Sana Rao, Michael Tramontana, Kristan Nunes, Lida Agnastopoulos, Raisha Pimentel, Maria Canella, Lionel D. Santos, Karen Lang, Walid Al-Wugassi, Carolyn Montgomery, Monica McFadden, Jameson Costello, Jessica Ross, Rebecca Migo, Jennifer Scully, Catherine Correa, Brian Garland, Lois Penn Bernard, Sarah Fine, Katie Tumiole, Samantha Wakefield, Rabia Hassanali, Daria Uguz, Jessica Byerwalters, Tony Ann Campuzano, Costandios Dianis, Stephanie Langan, Christina Capasso, Carolyn Gramont, Marcia E. Gale, Marissa Vogt, Lauren Amendola, Sungtae David Lee, Alvita Mack, Melissa Carnevale, Elizabeth Ann Angelino, Cindy Cordova, Nancy Artiga, Curtis Widom, Jing Sheng Zhu, Stephanie Kaimus, Stephanie Farkash, Carissa Grimaldi, Jennifer Campagnoli, Tiffany White, Linda A. O'Don, Christina Portella, Laura Fitzgerald, Corianne Pereira, Laura D'Amore, Stephanie Rude, Kibria Golam, Deborah Atwell, John Hochberg, Elena Grick, Kieran Lynch, Fabiola Moreno, Raisa Turner, Marissa Filardo, Raquel Stevenson, Kristen Losuadro, Jacqueline Moyo, Naomi Cunningham, Corina Rodriguez, Daria Carpenito, Chantal Lucien, Jessica Dorsina, Paula Nunez, Tanya Bass, Nicole Martelli, Amanda Guarneri, Mao Feng, Chao Nanzhang, Ying Ru Feng, Donna DeFrancesca, James McGuire, Annette Cura, Denise Mitchell, Lisa Russo, Leslie Magia, Lauren Siletto, Peter Markov, Christine Magé, Yvonne McGoy, Robin Sharrett, Janelle Ruth John, Betsy Severino, Karen Imia, Jessica Munoz Hernandez, Falana Pierre-Louise, Janelle Amoroso, Kelly Frisenda, Susan Nicholson, Ronnie Papan, Jessica Ginsburg, Sloan Cantor, Carolyn Abel, Genevieve Nicole Julik, Nicholas Moses, Jocelina Villeman, Patricia Hulowitz, Courtney McMillan, Estefania Urena, Daniel Tombach, Kyle Blackmer, Michael Greenbaum, Adam Weber, William Hayes, Jennifer Abramowski, Samantha Marie Suchfeld, John Huber, Joseph Rao, Eileen Lian, Vanetta Lewis, Brittany Skrypek, Matthew Pruma, Nicole Frodella, Fallon Luino, Nicole Tuccio, Aldiana Dijanovic, Angelina Restrepo, Jacqueline Martin, Alana McClinton, Joseph Scalisi, John S. Savarisi Jr., Dennis Graham, Nicole Einman, Lisa Moffett, Rebecca Chayette, Rachel Ward, Nicole Churko, Daniel DiGiuseppe, Juan Lu, Dan Wu, Ivana Cirillo, Ashley Sanalitro, Christopher Schimpf, Elisa Passarella, Samantha Dolly, Samuel Harewood, Kristen Godsell, Carissa Burtalnik, Robert Fox, Alana Lee Leiter, Caitlin Meyer, Mary Kurian, Stephanie Schwartz, Stephen Roveto, Stacy Hertz, Brittany Dubose, Adam Greco III, Katie Evelyn O'Hara, Christina Raniolo, Sean Crawford, John Calarco, Kristen Motschwiller, Christina Joy Amitrano, Inas Altaf, Michelle Dawn Williams, Kiona Saunders, Victoria Pelaez, Tamar Schiffer, Madeline Beck, Heather Fuden, Allison Siniski, Jenny Peng, Han Fei Wang, Sasitorn Blobthung, Tong Fan Han, Regina Schwetz, Marina Baharovskaya, John Dorenzo, Yelena Tarnowskia, Ashley Ann Ayala, Janice O'Malley Colon, Fallon McCarthy, Kathleen Mannion, Lauren O'Donoghue, Jasmine Colon, Katerina Kokosis, Christina Jovino, Jennifer O'Neill, Richard Santer, Christine Jostin, Jenna Siegman, Jacqueline Fisher, Jessica Harkins, Elizabeth Annis, Kathleen Michonia, Margarita Torres, Priscilla Vanessa Siles, Elvira Kay, Jacqueline Nuronis, Matthew Dematia, Yona Katnov, Violeta Sukisan, Christina Turbalitza, Marjorie Conlon, Nicole Ippolito, Barbara Scheer, Rebecca Kaufman, Josephine Ricciardi, Jacqueline Randazzo, Nicole Murray, Anna Kramer, Kelly Conlon, Rachel Zurubas Veli, Melody Levian, Jamie Levine, Nicole Marmel, Stephanie Smith, Laura Donovan, Lisa Martello, Roseanne Infante, Christina Montalbano, Megan Yamond, Shannon Collins, Jennifer Flores, Casey Papa, Kaylin Koripsky, Christina Serra, Melanie Robles, Jacqueline Camito, Nicole Esposito, David Gonzalez, Lauren Messina, Tara Flynn, Dikla Waldman, Kimberly Kleinman, Regina Krachak, Danielle Vayner, Marjorie James, Roxana Benunbash, Maura Smith, Brittany Bodke, Sarah Crone, Terry Leonard, Jacqueline Durant, Gabriela Brusca, Heather Taliercio, Catherine Padunlano, Jacqueline Johnson, Marina Kulokis, Marianne Medina, Katie Matthew, Renee Jackson, Julia Olanson, Kristen DeAndrea, Stephanie Restrepo, Jennifer Hernandez, Michelle Finnick, Rebecca Devlin, Marissa Pino, Christina Girardi, Ariana Fieger, Angela Algaretti, Catherine Pujukilas, Kristen De Lima, Michael Benke, John Carl, Matthew Monteria, Ariana Mann, Michael Wychalk Moreno, Bianca Diaz, Eric Drouillard, Natalie Madre, Travis Hill, Charlie Harris, Madalena Lipan, Colleen Kiss, Nicole Simon, Diana De Simplicius, Stephanie Glow, Sheldon Sucre, Leonard Lazo, Anthony McCoy, Ali El Bordini, Jacqueline Kelly, Matthew De Nicola, Michael D'Agostaro, Robert Brown, Jacqueline Belaires, Daniel Ortiz, Stephen Gromling, Christopher Reyes, Cliff Brown, Randolph Samuels Jr., Alyssa Dusopoulos, Kristen Sears, Joanna St. John, Paul Andrew Benedetto, Shirley Ruth Baker Clyburn, Donna Pierre Perno, Madeline Combs, Kathleen Dwyer, Peter J. Cody, Brian Dash, Lindsay Gliwa, Erin Garabidin, Nadir Almakai, Victoria Vagnon, Christina Kubuchi, Nicole Contrera, Philippe Shahinan, Christine Puzio, Alicia Conklin, Anthony Infante, Aaron Grecken, Michael Monaco, Ted Solomon, Catherine Mulholland, James Diane, Caitlin Monteith, Taylor Smith, Sean Rooney, Sarah Cote, Steve Rivera, Travis Tenney, Emily Maciello, Allison Grumenthal, Sally Jenny Leahy, Sean Byrne, Michael Artis Jr., Michael Bell, Chris Papsch, Rahad Rahman, Rosalind Vasilatos, John Wood, Joseph Panetta, Corey Green, Monica Martinez, Andrew Coelho, Mordecai Milwern, Elise Velarde, Lauren Ashley Goodwin, Jacqueline Cast, Richard Claudio, Cara Megarian, Sarah Sanjorged, Jacqueline Salzer, David Finkelstein, Kevin McCann, Keith McDermott, Andrea Schauloff, William Carey, Joseph Machi, Joan Buskowski, John Poggio, Dominic Barone, Gaetano Antonacci, Megan Pietronatoni, Anna Pipshinsky, Megan Carey, Brianna Popham, Michelle Lynn Gorda, Samantha Rico, Samantha Breidenbach, Cara Tancredi.
Ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Adelphi University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty of the university, I hereby confer upon you, respectively, the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Turn your tassels! Congratulations, 2013! To all of our graduates, my congratulations and best wishes. You and all alumni represent not only yourselves, but also Adelphi's mission and the Adelphi spirit in the world. We are delighted to welcome you into the family of Adelphi alumni and will continue to desire your involvement, support, and insight for future generations of students. Please now rise for the singing of the alma mater, which will be sung by Ashley Deo, recipient of the Senior Award in Music Education, and accompanied by the Adelphi University Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Professor Christopher Linden G. The benediction follows, offered by Father Ted Brown. Please refer to your program for the lyrics and sing out.
I realize I am the last obstacle between you and a big party. Congratulations, let us be at prayer. Blessed are you, Lord God, who begins us again and again. God, source of all goodness, this is the class which has been toughened by the challenges of a poor economy, the struggle of everyday life, Hurricane Irene and Superstorm Sandy. They now have the toughness to face the world well beyond Adelphi. And so, God, it is with delight we say to them, job well done. Now, God, while these students emphasize done, parents emphasize job. Done looks back into the past, and so we ask you to bless this class with grateful hearts. Bless this class with a sense of thanksgiving for all who helped them come to this moment. Let them live with gratitude for their mothers and fathers, families and friends who came to support them financially and emotionally. Give them a sense of gratefulness for faculty who willingly shared their knowledge and time, for coaches, staff, facilities workers, public safety officers, and dining service personnel who all offered support and kind words. Help them to be thankful for an administration who worked to make it all come together. Let this class ever be grateful for the gift of friendship, thankful for friends who made them laugh and cry, who brought the best out of them and gave them a kick when they needed it. God, the word job looks ahead. Strengthen these students so they may use their gifts not only to earn a living, but to truly live life. Help them create a world of justice, peace, and goodness. Strengthen them to be good spouses, parents, and citizens. Help them realize that they join only 6% of the world's population, which holds a degree, and part of their job is also leading our world to new and higher ideals. Yes, God, we say job well done to them, but realize it was you who brought them to this point, and now sends them out with the job to renew the world. Blessed are you, Lord God, who who begins us again and again. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. I want to thank Mary Aldridge, Karen Munkenbach, Maggie Yoon, Barbara Bosch, and all of those who helped organize this event and keep us on the logistics. I also want to thank our readers, Professor Brian Rose and Professor Louise Geddes. And thanks to the Adelphi University Symphony Orchestra conducted by Christopher Linden G. And a final thank you to Professor Ronald Feingold, who carries the mace in this, his last act as a full-time member of the faculty. Please remain seated during the recessional.